Okay, everybody, we are back. This is the second leg of our trip to Alexandria. We left Milan last time. We just had ourselves a little nap. Now it's the afternoon. We're all set here. Let's get out on the road here. This is the second time now that I'm doing this trip, because the first time I recorded it, let's just say that I recorded something incorrectly, so it wasn't as good as I would have liked it to be. So we're doing it again, which is probably not a bad thing, because I nearly killed myself on the first time that I did this. This road that we are driving on now is absolutely horrendous. It is. I found it to be very difficult with this trailer, which is very heavy. We're going to end up going through some pretty windy roads up the mountains. It doesn't look like it's all that steep, but certainly ran into plenty of problems with the trailer. So this is going to be the second part of what's going to be. This whole trip's going to take 3 parts, basically. I suspect this is going to take us about 25 minutes to get through, and it's only going to get us to the next ferry. So we're actually going to go on a ferry right here, and this is going to get us over to Greece, and then we're driving to Greece, which is where all those lovely hills are that nearly killed us last time. And we'll take another ferry there. Once we get to the ferry port in Greece, that's when we're going to call it for this episode. Did I go too far? I can still barely see the light. Good. So there's a few things that I was talking about when I first recorded this. First of all, you'll see some new design elements on these videos and on the channel. I hope you like those. Put a bit of effort and time into them, just to kind of spruce things up a little bit. This is also the first turn. When I first did this, I got stuck on, so doing much better this time around. That's good. I'm hoping to do these more regularly again. It's been too long, especially since I quite enjoy playing this game. I need to make more time for it. The head tracking seems to be on crack today, so I don't know why it's doing that so much to me. It's a little frustrating. I have to keep... If you see me reaching over on the wheel cam to grab the mouse, I have the middle mouse button assigned to recalibrate the face tracking. The face track no IR software that I'm using is free, and it works with the webcam, and it does a decent job. But every once in a while it gets a little bit confused, it seems, and then we have a harder time keeping our eye on the road, which is a problem. So here's our first ferry terminal we're going to be going into. Can make that turn. Yep, I did that last time too. I don't know why that curb is so jumpy. It's just a little bit of the curb. Oh well, we did not take any damage. Just the main important thing here. So now this ferry is going to take us all the way over to Greece, and then we're basically driving across the Greek peninsula to get to another ferry terminal that's going to take us down to Northern Africa. So we are going to Petra. We're basically driving across there, and then we're going to jump down to Alexandria, I think, with the next ferry. Of course, these ferries are not free, and we're in the middle of the night now. That's wonderful. That's going to make these roads even more difficult. Now, I don't know if you can tell, but boy, it's dark. I can't even see the left. Clear? Are we clear? I think we are. I installed a new mod that I saw. I believe it was Rebel using it. It's a light mod, and it gives you brighter headlights, and also applies to other vehicles on the road, so it'll be easier to see, hopefully. So we'll see what that looks like. I'm going to be putting the names of the mods that I'm using into the video descriptions from now on. That way, if you're wondering why certain things are happening in my game that maybe aren't happening in your game if you're playing, it's most likely due to one of the mods that I'm using. And now we have some time as we travel across Greece. Sorry, I keep mixing up those words. And speaking of mods, we're going to be getting some DLC for Euro Truck Simulator 2, which I believe unlocks more of the map in Eastern Europe, which I think is a really good choice because you have these community-made map mods that I'm using here. One for, you know, more of Southern Europe and Northern Africa. And then there's also another one that a buddy of ours, Jamie, is using currently that unlocks more of Scandinavia, Sweden, and Norway and Finland and all that stuff. Yes, I know why you guys are giving me the light horn because I have my high beams on. I don't care, I want to see where the road is. So I don't remember exactly when that DLC is coming out, but I believe it's sometime fairly soon. And I'm looking forward to it. I think I'll definitely be picking that up because I've been having a lot of fun with this game. Just need to, I think I bit off more than I could chew, to be honest, with this trip, I think. Figured, oh, we'll go from Milan to Egypt, that will be cool, but driving these roads down here is a fair bit more time-consuming than just doing trips back and forth around Europe. So I think after this, now of course we're going to have to work our way back up, but I'm going to try to do a different route, see if we can go west across Northern Africa or something like that, so that we don't have to go back through Greece. I'm pretty tired of Greece. But I think it'll be time to get back into Central Europe, Western Europe, and make some money. String together a few trips that will get us paid, because as you can see, we're down to almost just over 20,000 euro, which is not a lot when you have an 8,000 euro a month payment to the bank. But I think somebody told me this in the beginning, was just, you know what, you got to take out your loans to get your company started in here. We also need to check in on our other employees, make sure that they're still producing. So maybe we'll do that at the end of this trip. We'll do a little housekeeping, a little bit of the business cleanup and making sure things are running smoothly. But for now, we have to focus on getting through Patra. Once we're out of Patra, we will get into parts of the countryside where the roads are pretty steep and they're quite windy, and it's a little bit complicated with this trailer, especially with this heavy load that we're hauling. It's hard to get up to speed, and then when you do get up to speed, it's hard to slow down and all too easy to not slow down, which is what happened to me. I wonder if I might be able to point out the actual turn that got me screwed up last time, but we'll see. It is dark now. Last time I accidentally slept twice, so we were driving here in the daytime. I prefer driving in the daytime for these videos, to be honest, because I think it looks nicer. It gives you guys a better visuals than driving at night here, but, you know. Okay. Can't always get what we want, I suppose. Yes, I remember these. This nice set of double red lights. It's very nice. Boy, it sure is dark. I mean, these headlights are, I think, better than they were before, especially on the high beam setting. Pretty good light in front of us. Sorry. Blame that on the D-pad not being quite as accurate as it should be. See, last time I went down here, I was like, oh sweet, we get to go onto a proper highway. But, unfortunately, that does not actually last for very long. And this is also one that we need to take the turn pretty wide. Go over the grass, just so we can clear our fat ass trailer here. See, one of the mods that I'm using, you can see on the barriers here, those little red reflector lights. That is one of the new additions. There are tons and tons of mods available for this game on the internet. There's several websites that list them. Everything from different paint jobs and skins for your trucks to upgraded or updated logos for gas stations to make them seem more realistic. Of course, a lot of light and physics mods that alter, the actual behavior of your truck and appearance of some things, as well as sounds. It's quite a thriving community, really, of things that are being done for this game, and I always enjoy that when games like this allow the community ways to customize it. So, right about here is where I got in trouble last time, because suddenly this lovely two-lane highway turns into a mountain road. And it becomes very hard to actually pull up on these now. These are not very... It's very steep grades. This is not and will not be the last time that we're going to be dragging this trailer up the side of a mountain. That first name on the sign, the Kamata, I'm not sure what the third letter there means in Greek, but that's where we're going. That's where our ferry's going to be. And see, this is where I got fooled. Now it's easy to pick up speed on this road now, and I did. I picked up some good speed, and I will show you where I ended up when we get there. I believe it's after that big left turn down there at the bottom of the hill. I like how they're flashing their lights at me when they're passing me to let me know that they're coming. See, it wasn't this turn actually, because there was no barricade on the side. There was no barrier like that. See some lights in the distance back there. I actually think we're not all that far away from where we want to go to. It's just that these roads take a long time to navigate. They're very scary roads. I gotta keep an eye on the little GPS now, because some of these turns are sharper than they appear. And with this trailer, any sudden movements are deadly. Or at least, 6% damage and very embarrassing. Ending up on the side of the road. I actually think this is where I started getting up to some good speed, because I'm like, oh, this is starting to look nice. Because you can, I don't know if you can tell, but if I put my foot down on the gas here, we're actually picking up speed fairly well. Which is great, because when you've been going through those mountain roads and the little windy roads, you're like, oh, you've just been wanting some of that extra speed, but you almost have to restrain yourself. It's a bit of a dangerous overtake there, buddy. Going 50 kilometers or 57 kilometers an hour, 9th gear. That is some heavy trailer. Or this Scania truck is really underpowered. I'm not sure. I don't believe it is, but now are we on gas and sleep? We're still good, so we can skip past this. Actually, I think my little incident happened after this gas station last time. Yeah, you know what it is? It's these windy roads right about here, because you can get some speed on, and then I made it around this turn just fine, and then I believe it was this next turn here that messed me up, because it is pretty steep, and I hit that little thing, and I ended up on the left of us here in the grass on the side of the hill. It's about 10% damage to the truck and an egg on my face. But we did survive it last time too, but now this is where these roads, they do not look like there's any kind of steep incline here at all, but it just doesn't want to go. I'm a little confused by that. We can barely get above 20. I'm not really sure what's going on here. I was watching one of Jamie's videos the other day. He had a similar problem, but he had played with the engine retarder settings. I don't believe that that's my problem, because I don't think that I don't have them signed anywhere. I never used them. I used the engine brake, but that's about it. I think this is just because this is a deceivingly steep slope. Probably have our hazards on, actually, because people are behind us. Well, not that they'll actually hit us, but in real life this is what we would do. I've driven through enough Rocky Mountain passes to know that when semi-trailers can't make it up the hill, they leave their flashers on and have this look on their face of, don't you say anything, I will kill you when we go down the hill again. So I think we're getting through this. This was the roughest part right there. We'll get back into a little bit more civil, a little bit slightly easier to drive roads again. You guys can honk your light horn all you want. I need all the light I can get. Going to pass me. Can't really blame them at the pace that we're pulling here. So the other day there, I was thinking that when I record this, I was going to chat with you guys about some specific topic, and I've flat out forgotten what it was, which is really unfortunate. However, I wonder how many of you have actually purchased this game or are thinking about doing it. I know that there's at least 1 or 2 people that have watched some of these and ended up buying it themselves as well. I think it's quite an enjoyable game. I wish that there was I wish that there was some sort of social aspect to the game. I'm not sure how they would pull it off. I don't think we could have an actual multiplayer game where you would have the same people drive in the same world. But I think that there would probably be some way that you could somehow perhaps compare your companies, your profits, you know, how many, even if it's just a web-based thing where you can, you know, kind of brag with your buddies and be like, here, look, I've got 8 employees, I got these trucks, these are the, you know, that kind of stuff. It'd be nice because I have quite a few friends that play this game, and while we like to talk about it, there's nothing really built in or anything like that where we can kind of have a look and see, oh, let's see how Tim's doing, let's see how Jamie's progressing, and all that stuff. So I hope that's something that they'll consider for the future, maybe for a Euro Truck Simulator 3, perhaps. I don't know what the plans are there, but I think that this game's done. It's probably sold more copies than they had anticipated, which is probably a good thing, because hopefully that means not only will we get that one DLC that they've announced, maybe there will be more, there'll be some additions, perhaps a 3rd version of the game. I mean, really, whatever they can throw at us would be nice. Having said that, though, we're getting closer now to our destination for the ferries. We'll make a right turn here, and then a left turn down there. And you can see the water. You can see some big cargo ships in the background there already. This is actually something that I quite enjoyed about this, is the sort of the atmospheric graphics in the background. You can tell that we are at a harbor, or we're getting close to that anyways. It feels like we're on the right track, which is good. Don't think we need our high beams on anymore. It's 4:30 in the morning. Yep, we're getting closer now. I don't know how much of the trip is left after this next ferry ride, but we're going to be finishing that off in a 3rd installment of this video. Is this guy pulled over, or are they just going slow? Almost looks like they're standing. I think we can pass them. Before we have to make our turn. Well, now he's speeding up. Alright, well, we'll leave him alone. Oh, buddy. Did we scrape him? Did he scrape us? We didn't get any incident warning, or fine, I should say, and so we're probably okay. There's some lovely tugboats on the right there. Some large cargo cranes and stuff like that. It's very, it almost feels like this, you would actually be there. There's a great amount of attention to detail put into this, and don't forget that the part of the map we're at right now was created by the community. This is not part of the original main game. So kudos to the people who worked on this expansion. Can't wait to see more of it. I think that's one of the reasons, I said earlier that maybe I bit off too much with this trip, but I wanted to go down here because I wanted to explore as much of this map pack as possible. And I think I'll continue to do that, and then probably move on to the Scandinavian map pack, which I believe is called, that's the Pro Mod, so that we can have that experience maybe before the official DLC that unlocks more of Eastern Europe actually gets released. See the icon appearing there on the GPS. I almost called it the mini-map. The real-life mini-map called the GPS. We are getting close. This is the other thing that I noticed last time. For some reason, there seem to be abandoned trailers along this road. And not just like this first one here that's actually on the sidewalk, but there'll literally be one right in my lane over here. So I'm not sure what's up with that, if they're supposed to be there, or if it's just a minor glitch in the map making here where it's off by a few meters. It should have been on the sidewalk, but regardless of that, we're going to weave our way around these. And as we come to the ferry terminal here, we come to a close in this episode. I want to thank you again for watching, and if you've never seen these videos before, check out some more. There's more at the end of this video. We'll link to them, and of course in the playlist and all that good stuff, and maybe subscribe if you enjoyed it. If you are a subscriber and you enjoyed the video, don't forget to hit the like button, please. It really means a lot to me, and I do plan on having more of these coming out very soon. We're not going to wait as long, that way we won't be as rusty in between. And we're going to make our way over to Alexandria over in Egypt to get things delivered and make us some money here. So again, thank you for watching, and we'll see you soon.